With the electric SUV competition really heating up with the likes of MG, Mercedes, Audi and even BMW, we need to look back at the original electric king of car makers. Like it or not, Tesla makes some exceptionally great electric cars and were the kings not so long ago. Politics aside, this is their new Tesla Model Y facelift. It has been updated to keep it relevant in the vast majority of electric SUVs. So let's have a look to see if it still has what it takes to win against the competition. Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Cars and More. This is the #1 place to be for car news and reviews. Sit back, buckle up, let's go. So, starting with the design at the front, and it is very different to how the old Model Y was, even very different to the Model 3 refresh, on which it is heavily based on. To start with, we get this Cybertruck or Robo-Taxi design to it. We have this big light bar with LED daytime running lights on it, making it look unmistakable at night. Lower down, we get these separated headlight units which make it look like the old fog light units that have been enlarged. We also get some bigger side vents too. The central air vent is a decent size and isn't in your face like some other cars. We also get a new sharper bonnet and wings too, but it does feel a bit weird that we get this sharp front end with a curvy body. It sort of doesn't work but does work somehow. It is definitely unique and I do quite like it because of that. Moving around to the sides of the Model Y facelift, and nothing much has changed apart from the usual colour and wheel changes, but we also get some slightly different door mirrors that are slightly more aerodynamic than before. We still get the aerodynamic and athletic design as well as flush door handles and a load of cameras for its self-driving autonomous systems. Moving around to the back, and this is where I'm in two minds with it. I like it because it's minimalistic, but I'm not sure it was the right option to do. To start with, we get this new headlight design which looks very modern and sleek, almost like what the Tesla Model 3 facelift has. What I do like though is this hidden light bar. It lights up this silver panel, making it look futuristic and sci-fi like, and I am all here for that. What I am not sure though is the number plate placement. With it on the bumper, the boot panel just is one smooth panel which doesn't suit this car at all. I think if the number plate was on the boot, it would suit this design much better, just like what the Model 3 has and what the old Model Y had. The bumper design though does look decent with a decent lower splitter, but the plate does look like it has just been stuck on, which is a shame. Anyway, let's have a look to see what battery and motor options you can have with the new Tesla Model Y facelift. So, the Tesla Model Y can be had with 4 different versions. Let's start with the base model first, and this is called Standard Range. This uses a 64 kWh battery pack and a rear-mounted electric motor creating 279 brake horsepower. This can do 0 to 62 in 5.6 seconds and has a 311 mile range, which isn't too bad. The next version is the long range rear wheel drive version, and this has a 295 brake horsepower electric motor with a bigger 82 kWh battery pack, giving this car a total range of 387 miles and a 0 to 62 time of just 5.9 seconds. This isn't too bad and is probably going to be the most popular version. The next version is the long range all-wheel drive version, and this has a dual motor setup giving it 4-wheel drive and 375 brake horsepower. This reduces the 0 to 62 time down to 4.6 seconds, but the range surprisingly is still at 390 miles, which is the same as the single motor version with the same battery pack. The final version is the performance version, and this uses a dual motor setup giving it 4-wheel drive and 454 brake horsepower. This can do 0 to 62 in 3.3 seconds, which is very quick. This uses the same 82 kWh battery pack, but the range has been reduced slightly to 360 miles, but this is still very usable. You also get some different looks too on the performance model that suit the Model Y facelift much better than the Model Y, and even possibly over the Model 3 performance. The price of the Tesla Model Y facelift starts at £44,990, which isn't too bad for what you are getting in this heated market. Right, let's have a look and see what the interior is like. So, climbing inside the Tesla Model Y facelift, and the main parts are the same as before, but it has received the same round of updates that the Model 3 facelift did. Let's start with the dashboard first. With this, we get a new panel that looks much sleeker and tidier, and on this dashboard we get the same infotainment system as before. But strangely enough, the performance model gets this new screen that is slightly bigger and has a slightly better resolution. Now, I don't know if the rest of the Model Y lineup will get this, let alone the Model 3 facelift, so we will have to wait and see for that. The centre console has this new design to it which feels much more premium than before, and we also still get wireless charging. The storage is the same too in it. In front of the driver we get this new steering wheel exactly like what the Model 3 has, and I do really like this design as it looks simple but premium. What I didn't like in the Model 3 though is that we didn't get any indicator stalks, as the buttons were on the steering wheel, which made it quite fiddly to use when turning the steering wheel. Well, on the Model Y and the new Model 3s going forward, they have now added the stalk back, which improves the experience in the car, and it's much better than before. It does have less functions though, because there is no button for the wipers or the flashers, as that is still on the steering wheel, but it is a big improvement nonetheless. The gear selector is on the screen though, but it is very easy to use, and the car is clever enough to know when you want to go into reverse or to go forward. Now, I have tried this function and 90% of the time it does work well. The seats have also been improved and are more ergonomic than before, and also have this new ventilated function too, which is great. Finally, we also get some ambient lighting just to brighten the place up a bit. Overall then, it isn't too bad inside. Right, let's have a look and see what the rear seats are like. So, climbing into the back of the Model Y, and practicality is the same as before. We get a good amount of headroom because of the glass roof, and we also get a good amount of leg room too. The seats are high enough off the ground so you don't sit in a squatted position, but I would have liked some better thigh support on them. The materials are very high end though, and we also get this new 8-inch infotainment system in the back, as well as electrically adjustable reclining seats, as well as heated seats, climate control, USB-C ports and an armrest, and even ambient lighting. You can also watch YouTube on this screen in the back. It's great. Don't forget to subscribe to Everything Cars and More whilst you watch it though. It does feel premium and like a huge step up from the previous model. Right, let's have a look and see what the boot space is like. So, opening the boot to the new Tesla Model Y facelift, and you're welcomed with a huge 822 litres of boot space. This is down slightly from the 854 litres from the previous car, but this is because of the electrically adjustable rear seats. If you fold the rear seats down, then this does increase to 2,138 litres, which is unchanged from before. You also get a flat boot floor as well as a low load lip to get heavy items in, which is good. You also get a front boot still too to store your charging cables in, which is 116 litres in size. This is still very decent, and you could almost even use it for your weekly shop. So in summary then, what do I think of the new Tesla Model Y facelift? Well, it does look better than before, and the improvements do help it along for a few more years. You also can't deny how great it drives and how it is still the king of electric SUVs. But I will say there are now other options out there, like the MG IM6, Audi Q6 e-tron Sportback, or even the Mercedes GLC with EQ technology, or the BMW iX3. These cars are definitely almost worth considering, and I believe Tesla needs to up their game another step for me to really stand out from those cars, as they are from established brands, and that will make it all that bit harder for Tesla to sell the new Tesla Model Y facelift. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.